I'm your host, Megalon Jones, and welcome back to the sharp end of the stick. In particular, welcome to C for Charlie, wresting control of Grosshau from a dunged German force. I've lost track of how many times I've had to kill that machine gun position. That was a German anti-tank round. My guess coming from the right side. If you remember back in the first video, I had mentioned how I was worried that the Germans would load up that right flank with anti-tank teams. And there they are. What we have here is a pair of Panzerschreck teams. 88mm rockets. But right now we have bigger fish to fry. Because in the middle of Grosshau is another 75mm infantry gun. And while the Shermans lay down high explosives against the Panzerschrecks, the German infantry gun puts high explosives into my infantry positions. As you can see, I kind of made a boo-boo on this map. There aren't two third platoons. The doppelganger on the left is in fact 1st platoon. The plan is to set them on line and to push the German right flank. In the middle, the 2nd platoon is going to reinforce 3rd platoon and the engineers in order to finish them off in Grosshau. It isn't every day that you see the battalion operations team manning a 50 caliber machine gun, but it's been one of those afternoons. And right on time comes more German artillery. You know, I really want to find out who's directing that German arty. And I'm either gonna get him a carton of Lucky Strikes or march him out into the woods and disappear him forever. Once the Panzerschrecks are taken care of, a Sherman moves up to the left to begin giving the infantry gun crew a taste of its own medicine. This is combined arms warfare. Infantry teams backed by armor, both of which working together to overwhelm the enemy. On the far left, 1st platoon is now online and getting ready to charge across the open field. I don't expect this to be bloodless, but I want to start putting up as much pressure on the Germans as is possible. I got a feeling the battle's just about over and the German forces are starting to get fragile. Now might be a good time to talk about our infantry formation. The 4th Infantry is a regular U.S. Army division brought up to strength in the post-Pearl Harbor mobilization. They spent 1943 in England getting ready for Overlord, and on June 6th landed on Utah Beach. And while they didn't suffer the casualties as the 1st and the 29th Infantry on Omaha, they did have to spend the next 6 weeks fighting in bocage hell. Finally, at the end of August, the U.S. Army broke out and they took part in the pursuit of the German forces out of northern France, which brings them up to the Hurtgen Forest. I'm using the tank destroyers and an M8 on the left as rolling artillery batteries. I don't expect there to be much more German armor to be had, so we might as well use up the M10's high explosive component. And sure enough, survivors of the Waffen SS are found. In the center at Grosshau, 1st Platoon continues its attack. It isn't very long before the combined weight of American firepower starts to shatter the German lines, but they aren't done yet. That Sherman just took 2 Panzerfaust shots, and while the tank isn't severely damaged, 3/5 of the crew are dead. Now we're following C for Charlie's command section as they move their way up through a German barrage. That's about all the time we've got for this episode. We ought to have about one more before this battle series finishes. Up next, we'll be doing The Road to Wiltz, which is done against a real live human being. Until then, I will see you later.